Yo, I want to get straight to it, man. I was at a roundtable session the other day with a bunch of other up and coming influencers and up and coming people. And they asked me this question. I was like, yo, this is a great question for me to answer on my show. And I'm going to give it to you all. And their question was, yo, how did you go from sleeping in the back of your car to now generating $30,000 a month just from one revenue stream on YouTube, on Google AdSense, to now having a 7+ figure business? How did you go from being raised by 4 loving parents where my father was in the Army making like $50,000 a year, my mom was in the school system, my stepfather was driving school buses, and my mother was in the daycare business, right? Like, how did you go from not a wealthy family, not a rich family, a family who was living paycheck to paycheck somewhat, maybe a little bit above paycheck to paycheck. They had a little bit of margin, but not a whole lot of margin, to where I am today. And I was like, yo, let's talk about that. And I'm gonna give you 3 things, 3 steps that will make it possible for you, wherever you are in your stage of life, that will take you from where you are today, and it will start the process of where you wanna go tomorrow. And I wanna start this by saying this: money is not the end all be all. Because check this out. A recent study came out on yahoo.com finance that almost half of American earning people who make over $100,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck. What's the problem there? How is it that you're making about $8,300 something a month, and you're still living paycheck to paycheck? So it's not really the income problem. What's the problem? It's our mental problem. We're not minding our business. What do I mean by that? Our business is a mind. And a lot of people think, if I can just get more money, watch this, woo, if I can get more money, then I will be better off. And that's not the truth. I was making good money. Even when I got out of the back of my car, I was making good money and was still living paycheck to paycheck. But there was 3 things that switched it all for me. And I want to give you these 3 things. I want you to dial in with me, rock with me, because I promise you it's going to bless you. Just give me 15 minutes. This is quick. I really want to drop this because they gave me this. So you know what? Let me give this to my people. Here's the very first thing that I really want to talk about. Here's the thing that took me from zero, $500 a month to $30,000 a month to where now we're doing 6 figures a month. That's 7 figures a year. Here's the number one thing that I had to start doing. I had to start exchanging my time for things that aligned with my vision and my money vision. Ooh, let me say it one more time. I had to exchange my time for things that aligned with my goals and my money goals. One thing that I learned when I was looking in the past, right? I wasn't exchanging my time for things that aligned with my goals and my vision. I was exchanging my time for gossip. Yo, girl, did you see what Ogre had? Bruh, did you hear? Bruh, I was exchanging my time to watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I was exchanging my time to listen to gossip. I was exchanging my time to participate in gossip. I was exchanging my time, watch this, to work 8 hours for another brand, for another company, for another family man, and come home and never exchange my time for myself. Woo! I was exchanging my time to build somebody else's future. I was exchanging my time to build somebody else's legacy. I was exchanging my time to build somebody else up. But I wasn't exchanging my time to build myself up. What can you do today that you can exchange your time for that gets you closer to your goals, that gets you closer to your money goals? You want to make $100,000 this year? What are you exchanging your time for? You work that job, you're being a good steward at that job, that's great. You got to be a good steward. When you come home, what are you doing? Are you on the PlayStation Brothers? Are you on Xbox Brothers? Ladies, are you online? Are you on your phone gossiping with your girl? Are you going to the hair store and you're just gossiping about, girl, did you hear about this? Or are you exchanging your time in the right way? What books are you reading? What mastermind groups are you in? What your local church? What small groups are you in? What are you doing with your time? How are you stewarding your time? We can't sit here and blame other people or blame the system for our lack of wealth. Now, yes, the system needs to be fixed. The system is flawed. But what are you doing with your time? We all get 24 hours in a day. We're going to sleep 8 hours of those. Gone. We're going to go to work on average 8 hours a day. That's gone. What are we doing with the other time? Are you getting around people to challenge you, to stretch you? Are you on YouTube not watching funny stuff, but watching educational stuff that will help you get to where you want to go? Are you getting books that feeds your business, which is your number one asset, your mind? Are you listening to podcasts that is feeding? Which leads me into number two. When I started exchanging my time for things that aligned with my goals and with my money goals, and that got me closer to that, watch this. It led me to number two. I had to start getting around people who will hold me accountable, and I could do this thing together. Say this again. You can't do it on your own. You can't get to your money goals. You can't build the legacy. You can't build the wealth by yourself. You have to get around people who are already doing the things that you want to do, or you got to get around people who have the same mindset as you. They may not be doing the same thing you want to do, but they have the same mindset as you. Because the Bible says when two or three come together, that's when he is in the midst. So when you can get a brother, a sister, a mentor, a loved one, someone who is thinking like you or who has done what you want to do in your presence, hold you accountable, you can win. So I had to start exchanging my time for things that align with my goals, my money goals. Two, I came to realize that I can't do this on my own, and I got to get around other people who were just like me or thought just like me, and we can lock arms together, hold each other accountable, and go there. Which leads me to the very last thing, and that is this. You have to follow a strategy to build your wealth, and watch this, to going ahead and to build your actual goals. When I got around the people who were thinking like me or who has already done what I want to do, watch this, they gave me a proven strategy on how to do the things that I want to do. I followed a proven strategy. Just recently, I had the opportunity to sit down with about 110 personal brand people just like myself who've built a 8-figure business. Right? Off of their personal brand, off of their gifts, off of their talents, off of their stories, off of the, whatever God put on the inside of them. And they're making $10+ million a year off of themselves. Built a business. They're not self-employed. These are business people who started off as small businesses, who started off as self-employed, who started off making, an extra $2,000 a month to where now they're making $10+ million a year. And one thing that I found that was very common inside of all of those people was the three things I just gave you. One, they exchange your time for things that builds them in their vision and their money goals. They are all around people who are holding them accountable, and they follow a proven system that others have done, and they've adopted that system into their life and adapted that system to fit for themselves, their personalities, and their train of thinking to go forward. Some of y'all watching this right now, you have a gift and a skill and a talent on the inside of you. And you're sitting here saying, Anthony, I am ready to go from $0 to $30,000 a month. I'm ready to go from $0 to just an extra $5,000 a month. How do I do it? It's inside of you. There's a gift and a skill that is on the inside of you that God wants it to come out. And the number one rising business in America today, the number one small type of business that is on the rise today are content creators. These are people who are just like me. I have a passion for money. I have a passion for helping the minority community get out of debt and build wealth, right? And so I am considered to the world a content creator, but I'm actually running a business. And we've been able to build a full-time business with full-time employees on the side. And I am hosting a free masterclass on how you can do that too. I'm literally going to walk you through 4 things. I'm going to give you literally the step-by-step training on how to build a brand that has a good reputation, right? So that you can make an impact on the people you've been called to make an impact to, and you can make an extra $1,000 to $5,000 a month. That if you follow the plan that I give you at this free masterclass, watch this, you can build this to a 6-figure and 7-figure a year business. But the plan that I give you, if you follow it, you can make an extra $1,000 to $5,000 a month within the next 60 to 90 days. Then if you follow the plan and implement it, man, before you know it, you can turn that into a 6-figure to a 7-figure a year business. But you got to follow a plan, and you got to get around a community of people who are thinking like you or who have done it. And on this masterclass, we already have thousands of people who have already registered for this class. And I want to personally invite you. So I'm going to drop the information to the masterclass. It's 100% free, you guys. All you got to do is go to the link that's in today's show notes. I think it is actually AnthonyO'Neill.com. Save my seat. That's right. AnthonyO'Neill.com. Save my seat. You can click it in the show notes on this video or on this podcast description. Or if you're following me on Instagram, you can just go over to Instagram, send me a DM called Workshop. Just DM me the word Workshop, and I'm going to send you all the information on how you can get signed up. You guys, listen, we can go from where you are now to making more money. And a lot of people think if I just have more money, then I can win. It's not just about having money. It's about also having certain principles mentally inside of you. I learned this thing about me. I want to leave you all with this. I'm going to leave you with this. I learned this thing about me, right? And I'm going to be transparent. Oftentimes, we as in people, we're moved by what we see. What we see now goes into our brains. What we register inside our brains now goes into our heart. When it should be backwards. What's in our heart should register something to our brain. What's in our brain now activates something out of our mouths and activates something out of our hands, and it goes into our hands, and we do it, right? And I want to show you, I want to encourage you that there's something on the inside of you that if we can mold that and bring that out into the world through your hands, how that can make you an extra $1,000 a month, how that can make you an extra $5,000 a month, to one day what's inside of your hands that came from the inside of you, your purpose, your assignment, your calling, could one day be a 6-figure or 7-figure a year business, because now you're impacting and helping people. I'm going to show you the 4 steps that help me build a personal brand that's generating an extra $30,000 a month. A personal brand that is, fortunately enough, I'm able to hire full-time employees. A personal brand that is impacting thousands and thousands and thousands of people a month. But here's the truth. There's billions of people on this planet, and we need your message. We need your assignment. Join me. Click the link in today's show notes. Come join me. It's 100% free. I promise you, I will not keep you past 65 minutes. I'm going to teach you what I know. You're going to be a part of a community that we're all thinking the same thing. And I promise you, I will not let you down. You're going to thank yourself that you joined us. All right. I'll see you soon. Don't forget, number 1, hey, listen, start exchanging your time for things that's getting you closer to your goals and for things that's getting you closer to your money goals. Number 2, get around the people who are like-minded or doing what you want to do, because you can't build wealth alone. And number 3, follow the system. Follow a system that is proven. And I promise you, at my masterclass, I'm going to give you a proven system that is going to show you how to build an amazing and impactful brand that produces income for you. I'll see you at the masterclass. Peace out.